Today we are going to be looking at the Isle of Armor expansion DLC for Pokemon Shield. I recently provided my initial impressions of my early hours of the anticipated expansion, and had some positive thoughts out of the gate. Here's my follow-up now that I've put several more hours into the expansion, and what my final thoughts are on it. I quite enjoyed my early interactions with the new character Avery as I started the new content. It seemed like more thought had been put into how their story was going to play out. By the end of the DLC, I actually feel a little bit let down, as Avery kind of took a back seat as, spoiler alert, Hop makes his return and is by your side while you finish the remaining tasks in the DLC. Personally, I found Hop returning to be a bit aggravating. I kind of expected it, but I thought he was a weak character to begin with, and effectively throwing Avery aside in favor of Hop was a missed opportunity for character development. Why couldn't Avery have led me to the forest to complete the final tasks? Were fans clamoring for more Hop? I feel as though Hop's story had come to a conclusion, and bringing him back was not the right choice. The first few hours in the DLC I felt were more enjoyable. New area and characters to discover, new Pokemon available to fill a new Pokedex, and a mythical Pokemon to chase after. But what soon happens is you realize these additions are not super exciting, and you're just left chasing down those last Pokemon to fill your decks, and choosing whether or not to locate all of the Alolan Diglets scattered throughout the island. Oh, I guess I failed to mention the thing that I probably spent 80% or more of my time in this DLC accomplishing, collecting the 151 Alolan Diglets that you can only see a bit of their head along with 3 yellow hairs sticking out of the ground. What I discovered while going through this excruciating task is that 1. I shouldn't have started, and 2. The attention needed to try and locate the 3 hairs sticking out of the ground really highlights the boring and bland textures in the environments. When it came to this Diglett scavenger hunt, I was actually enjoying it in the early goings. Something that did take me too long to find though, is that you can check to see how many Diglets are still undiscovered in each area by reading the sign next to the Diglett guy in front of the dojo. The prize for collecting them all to me is less than exciting. I mean, maybe there's a place for a perfect IV Dugtrio in the Pokemon meta, but I'm not super excited for this to be the final prize. I really enjoyed Pokemon Shield. It was the first Pokemon game in generations that I really went deep into and continued playing after defeating the Elite Four, and ultimately completed my Pokedex for the first time since the original games on Game Boy. So the allure of downloading an expansion as opposed to buying an additional game to complete the story of the generation, by not having to start from scratch and continue your save file, was definitely appealing. Also, if you completed the main story in either Pokemon Sword or Shield, do not expect to be challenged. It does not make sense that when you battle others you are fighting level 60 first stage Pokemon. Like, I'm buying an expansion because I want to play more Pokemon, so I already have a team full of strong Pokemon. And to that effect, my team one-hit KO'd over 80% of the Pokemon I battled. I can only hope that this will not be the case in the Crown Tundra DLC. Purchasing the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC entitles you to both expansions, the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. That will be releasing later in 2020. My expectation is that with the combination of the 2 sets of additional content, the price will be worth it. But for the sake of this review, I do not recommend the Isle of Armor DLC. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. Before you leave, make sure you smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe if you're new here. I'll see you in my next video.